welcome to MotA-Minute, the podcast where we complain about our dogs barking and airplanes flying over us while we break down every damn dirty minute of the Planet of the Apes movies. I'm your host, Sean, and joining me as always is my co-host, Todd. What's up, Todd?
Oh, you know, it's up.
Okay. All right, we're going to start minute 39 with one of the doctors showing a bite on his hand, and then there's Dr. Zira saying he's perfectly tame. And as of this minute, we've got two living humans. I'm going to just say two dead humans, the shrewdness of apes, and a gaggle of humanoids. And joining us this week, joining us today for the remainder of the week is Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, guys. Glad to be here again.
Well, we appreciate you joining us and giving us your insights to this. All right, so I'm going to kick it off here. If the doctor's complaining about their bite being septic, why don't they just muzzle them like we would do with a dog? Why are they not taking precautions about this kind of stuff?
Well, he is, because he immediately, right off the top, the minute starts talking about hold his jaw, and then moves at Taylor like he's some weird psychomaniac with the scalpel right into the lens of the camera. So his idea is to simply put a hand there instead of muzzling it. That's why the dumbass is getting bitten.
Where are they putting the probe? Where are they putting the probe?
Well, that you know, we had the last time where we're checking out junk, so the probe is off camera.
I mean, if they're holding the jaw, are they going up the nose? Are they giving him a lobotomy? What are they doing?
Maybe they're going to go find the mysterious wound to put ketchup on his neck. And also, in a moment where this guy is being the maniac, I think I know why Dr. Zayas doesn't like him. If the whack job is going at everything like that, or who knows, maybe he doesn't think he takes it far enough, but immediately, this guy is not somebody to like. We had Taylor before being complete ass as he got on the planet. This is the Taylor of the ape species so far. He is a pain in the ass.
Oh, no doubt. One thing I noticed from a design aesthetic is, all right, so I'm assuming that the apes made the guns in the saddles, or at least found them, because it looks like everything else that they do has no straight lines. The Flintstone buildings that we saw were just weirdly shaped. The bars don't have straight lines on them. The broom that they're using is all whacked out. I mean, I don't understand what the design aesthetic is for this.
Well, that's true. I never thought about that, but everything does have a handmade quality about it. Everything is very crude, yet that's weird, because if you're going to make all these crude things, and I get it, how you could forge a gun, but then you take the leap ahead to do photography, which includes, at least you think it does, emulsion, the exposure of emulsion, understanding how much light has to occur. There are some leaps from crude, handmade crap to, hey, we have sciences.
The modern technology.
Yes.
It would have been great if they had the guns with the same kind of like crooked barrels and you know, like...
Well, you know what's funny, Jeff, that I commented a few minutes ago that when the gorillas are hunting down the humans, they don't pull their rifle to their face to aim down the barrel. Instead, they fling it from their hip. Maybe they do have curved barrels, and they know that if I do this, it curves around and gets people in the neck.
Right.
And even with all this, I'm going to jump ahead to another technology they have. Is that the most exaggerated sound of water shooting from a hose when it's little more than a garden hose spraying? You hear this, and it looks like somebody's pissing on screen, essentially. And what is he doing with that water? Is he cleaning away human waste?
Yes, my note I have is Guy is doing a crap job cleaning the cages. I mean, he really is. There's no real direction. I have a little bit of OCD, so of course I would start on one side and then gently sweep back and forth with the fire hose, causing a nice wave of water to go across the floor to push everything in a corner. And I'm watching him doing that. I just want to just jump into the movie and like say, okay, hold on, let me show you how to do this. This is how this works.
I've known you how long, and I don't think I really knew you were that OCD. Yes, he is. I was going to say, I've known you this long, and I didn't know you had that much OCD. I'm finding out things about my friend right now.
That's right. I keep it close. Like Bruce does Batman.
Ooh, nice cross-reference. This is also
Which one is the real you?
Right, exactly.
Which one is the mask and which one is the real you, yes. So this is the first, to me, if you've watched the new films, the first moment where you realize that those writers looked at this film and said, okay, we need to have cages with hoses blasting in on somebody, because there's almost the exact same moment in the first of the new films. In Rise of the Planet of the Apes, we see Caesar in a cage getting the same kind of treatment. And
yeah,
so
we need to have somebody being a dick to the apes/human.
Yeah, it is. And it's spraying them, it's cleaning them. It's the same exact thing, just juxtaposed in a new situation, which, without getting into the weeds, that is an interesting thing about relaunching films. You don't want to remake, but you want to call back to it. And so it's a nice reference. It's one of those that if you're not thinking about it, you won't see it, but it's there.
Which actually makes more sense on the reboot one, with a person being a jerk to the animals than an animal being a jerk to the humans.
Yeah. This is also the first time that we hear our female doctor's name is Zira. So we have a name for her at this point.
Yeah.
And she's latched on to Taylor.
Yeah, why is she trying to get the humans to speak? I mean, has one ever spoken? Do they make noises? I mean, from what we know, while they're being chased down and shot at, nobody ever makes a peep. So has anybody ever talked before? Or not talked, but, even gone, or something like that?
Well, as the only parent on this podcast, if you turn to a child and go, speak, they'll look at you and go, what you do is you go, can you say daddy? Can you say sugar? It's the worst attempt of parenting and teaching someone to speak. It's just like, speak, and at that point, the humanoid just shits her cage. The guy comes up with the hose and cleans it up. That's what you're going to get. It was comical to me in that, come on, speak. And she's holding out this sugar. The guy takes it and plunges it down. The human next to her, she just looks at him and flicks at him like, here you go.
Yeah. She's like, you.
And also, he may be a special needs person, because he goes and gets his sugar cube, which a sugar cube is what, a half-inch square or something like that, and he eats it like a piece of corn on the cob. He starts like, instead of just putting in his mouth.
Jams into his mouth.
It's like, whatever, dude.
All right, so, Todd, I know you have dogs. I have dogs. Jeff, do you have dogs?
I do not.
Okay, well, I don't know if you know this, Todd, but let's be honest. Dogs actually can really speak human. They just don't do it around us. They're just jerks and don't do it. So I think actually these humans can speak. They're just not going to do it around the apes.
Okay, well, if they're going to do that, how do they speak to each other? Are they speaking like the Sharks and the Jets from West Side Story, or is it more like Straight Outta Compton? Is it Old English style of a Jane Eyre? What would it be?
Pardon me, but do you happen to have any sugar?
Oh, I have a little bit of poop in my cage. Could you grab the hose?
Could you hose me down, please? Thank you.
Which, jumping back to the hosing, is that guy a bitch? Because he cleans up Taylor's cage by spraying his urine and feces towards him, and then he just kind of and then he just kind of flicks the hose on him like, but thanks for the bath there, bitch. Barely even got me.
I do also like the kind of the extras in the cages, background acting of, I'm just going to put hay on me every now and then.
You're jumping a minute. You're jumping a minute ahead.
Oh, I jumped ahead. How dare I?
Jeff, that's the rules, is that hasn't occurred yet. And in the Minute family, you try to stick to the minute.
Okay.
He's somehow prescient to the fact that something's going to happen, but it hadn't happened yet.
It's hard though. That's hard though, because
you're
talking about 60 seconds. That's difficult. I'll try and volley back. I did notice an interesting accent from the guard that's talking to the doctor while she's in the cage. Ooh, just a touch of New York. Just a touch of New York, not Boston so much. Because he's like, hey, maybe I don't want to jump minutes. I'm not going to almost jump minutes. Ooh. Yep. Okay.
No, but you're right, because he does speak to her at the top of it. He does have he's almost like Joe Pesci in there, because he's this little bitty short guy, and it's, hey, doctor, hey, you.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That's a good catch. You're picking up on the accents of people in these makeup things, and maybe I'm just too enamored with the makeup, and I haven't listened to the voices yet.
That's because I covered my eyes while I was watching it.
Well, that's a unique way to watch a movie minute by minute. I'm
Well,
not going to look.
In the future, they do have a north and a south.
Do what?
I said in the future, they still do have a north and a south.
Oh.
There will be a different accent.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Very true.
Well, we assume that. How do we know this isn't the only simian city built on a lake where they built a dam? Sorry. That's all I've got, though, for the day, Sean.
Yeah, that wraps it up for me, too. Hey, Jeff, why don't you let people know where they can find you?
Well, first of all, thanks again for you guys letting me be on here. This is a lot of fun. I'm having a blast. For those of you, when you get done with this entire series, feel free to stop by theotherkindradio.com. That's theotherkindradio.com. And take a listen. Todd and I discuss a little pop culture and whatnot. And I want to have Sean on sometime and talk more stuff. Just,
thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me on.
Anytime, yeah. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for this 8-Minute. We want to ask you guys to join us on our website, MotA-Minute.com. And if you want to contact us, you can email us at podcast@MotA-Minute.com. And on our website, you can find all our social media accounts. And we'd appreciate it if you rate, review, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. So for this minute, I'm Sean, and always, Todd, thanks for joining us. And we'll talk to you guys tomorrow.